Alright, so today we're going to talk about sleep support for the adults. So, what are ways, as adults, we tend to all struggle a little bit? At least I do. I always have, ever since I went to college. Even in high school, but that was mostly my own fault. Why? Why do we struggle so much with sleep, right? And how do we change that pattern and get better sleep? The first thing you can do for yourself, no matter what age you are, start a routine. For us, in our house, the routine honestly starts after supper. We get supper cleaned up, kids get ready for bed, and then they go to bed. I go down, finish up the last of my work that I have to do for the night, and then my bedtime routine actually starts at that point. But my body is being conditioned so that after supper, I'm already on the wind down. Like, I do not do my best work after supper. It is the last minute stuff that has to get done before tomorrow is what gets done, because my brain is not functioning that well after supper anymore. It's already ready to go down to bed. So set your routine. The rest of my routine we're kind of going to sprinkle in here as we go. Number 2, put your devices down. And not just like, I'm going to go to bed now, so I'm going to plug it in on the nightstand and turn it over. Put your device down early. This was by far the thing that has helped me the most recently, because I will sit there and I will look up stuff on my phone all night long, if it's there. Whether it's checking Facebook or it's that random thought of, oh, I wonder about, I should look that up. I should put that on my list. I need to make a note of that. Oh, what about that? Put it down. When I come upstairs from working, my phone goes on the charger in the kitchen. It's not even in my room anymore. What that did for me was it started to let my body continue to shut down and do the night sleep. So your devices, whether that's a tablet, a phone, a computer, a laptop, those tablets, devices emit what's called blue light. That blue light triggers our brain to stay awake, to stay active, to stay alert, instead of starting to sleep. It's very similar to the way daylight affects us. Sunshine, wake up, get going, right? As soon as the sun goes down, ready for bed. That's why I can run all day. I can run 14, 20 hours as long as the sun's up. In the summertime, the wintertime, by 7 o'clock I'm ready to be in bed because the sun's already been down for 2 hours. I could never live where there's no sun because I wouldn't function. So that was the hugest thing that did. That's huge, honestly, both for your brain and for you can't, if it's not in your room, your device is not in your room, you can't look at it. You have to physically get up out of bed and walk to another room to get it to look something up. And it's usually at that much work, I'm I really don't want to know that bad. I'll just do it tomorrow, if I remember. Also, even when those phones are on Do Not Disturb, they can still wake you up. Your brain subconsciously hears that buzz, the ding, the light, the whatever your Do Not Disturb setting is, and it still disturbs your sleep. So get it out of your room. Number 3, if you are struggling to wind down, I'll do this a lot, which is why a lot of times I'll grab a hot tea before bed. Usually a hot tea with some sort of calming tea leaves. Lavender, chamomile, rose hyssop, I think is in that blend. Valorin's really good. You can buy, I'll see if I can find the link for it, and link it in the post, but you can buy a blend that's chill out, which I absolutely loved, and it helped me chill out, and get ready for bed. If you're still struggling, there are moments and periods in the time where there's a lot of stress and anxiety. And that can actually keep us up and keep our mind from resting. So when you're in that state of stress and anxiety, your mind won't rest. It's actually eating magnesium. So another thing you can do, which I've done before as well, is take a calm powder. You can buy it on Amazon. I'll link the blog post with this video, and all these links will be in there. But it actually gives your body what it needs, the magnesium, to chill out. So it's kind of a vicious cycle with your body. When you're in stress and anxiety, it's eating magnesium faster, which means it's now depleted. And then that's going to trigger more stress, which means it's going to eat more anxiety, more magnesium, and the cycle just keeps going, right? Until you actually get your body the magnesium to shut that part of the cycle down. There's still going to be the environmental stressors, there's still going to be the unknowns, there's still going to be whatever, but your body will be able to calm itself down just a little bit more. And it breaks that cycle, allowing your brain to literally okay, we can relax, we can think, we have what we need, we can shut down, and we can repair ourselves at night, right? Because that's when your body does a lot of the repairing of everything, is at night, when you're sleeping. Number 5? 5. Yes. Gotta check my notes. In your actual room environment, a very good thing you can do is actually cool the room down. So a lot of thermostats now are programmable, so you can actually program them to drop the temperature in your entire house. Mine is old, so I have to go and physically bump it down. But what this does is it actually helps your body trigger the cycle to start going to sleep and start slowing down. It's all about getting your body to naturally calm down. Come down, right? Let's get ready for sleep, right? Plus, who doesn't want to curl up under a blanket in bed when it's cold? Also, with that, your body's temperature naturally drops at night. If you've ever taken your temperature throughout the day, you know this because your temperature is as low as it's going to be in the morning, and then it raises throughout the day, and then as it starts getting ready for bed, it calms back down, right? It's also why your metabolism slows down. Now, which one is causing the temperature change? Not really sure, but you're spending less energy, you're not metabolizing as much, your body is actually doing the repair work while you're sleeping. If you still struggle with sleeping, and this can go for teenagers, it can go for young kids, I'd be careful with how little you go, but you can get weighted blankets. This works really good for adults too, and it basically is like wrapping yourself in a great big hug. It's a blanket with weights in it, and you can find them with cooling cells, especially for adults, so you don't get too hot. I don't have a weighted blanket, but what I do is I pile a whole bunch of blankets on top of me. I have always loved my blankets, right? And I love that weight and that pressure. It's the pressure that is very comforting. There are guidelines on how heavy of a blanket to get. It is, I have to look it up again, but I'll look it up and link it because I don't remember off the top of my head at the moment. But look into a weighted blanket. Key to getting a good night rest is a properly fitted pillow. If your pillow is too firm, if it is too fluffy, if it is too flat, if it is too soft, your neck will not stay aligned correctly. And that hinders your sleep when your body is not lined up. Plus then you get those neck cricks and sore muscles because you slept wrong, and yeah. It is worth the investment to get a properly fitted pillow. Whether that's taking 2 flat pillows and stacking them together, I've done that too, or whatever you need to do to get that pillow where it needs to be so that you can get the sleep you need. My husband actually noticed this first because his pillow was extremely flat, And one day I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. Like, we have 15 other pillows in this house. So I went and just swapped one. It wasn't fluffy, but it was fluffier. So compared to this, it was more like this, but not quite like the huge stack, right? And he noticed the next morning. He's like, I slept so much better. Like, what happened? And I'm like, I switched your pillow. Really? Yes. This is many years ago, too. So if you ask him about him, he won't remember. Final tip that I have for you. What helps us immensely in our house, and it's part of our bedtime routine, is I go through the house at night, start my kids' diffuser, start my diffuser, and I put calming oils in them. Be careful of your source of oils. Not all oils are created equal, and the ones you find at Walmart aren't real oils. Okay? FDA does not regulate the essential oil industry. According to FDA, if a bottle has 1 drop, so a 15 ml bottle, I've got one sitting out here. This is a 5 ml bottle, right? If there is 1 drop of actual pure essential oil in this, it's legal to be labeled as pure essential oil. And the rest of it, so that's 1 drop in this entire bottle. The rest of it is chemical, synthetic, fragrance, fillers, and other nasty stuff that you don't want. That's not going to be helpful for your sleep. That's not going to be helpful for your body at all. Make sure you get actual pure essential oils. My favorite company actually has a seed to sale program, so they guarantee what's in this bottle is what they say is in the bottle. Exactly. It has grown from the proper seed with the proper conditions, harvested at the proper time, distilled the proper way, so that it's actually 100% pure. There's no fillers, no chemical, no synthetics, fragrance anywhere in the process. Definitely check that out. Favorite ones for night. You want lavender is really big for some people. I love the smell of lavender. I cannot use it in my room at night. Mostly because it keeps my husband awake. Works great for my kids, though. They love lavender. My personal favorites are cedarwood and bergamot. Are huge in our house. They both, especially if my mind is running 100 miles an hour, cedarwood calms the mind down, focuses it. Love it. It smells heavenly, too. Peace and calming. It does exactly what it says. Peace and calm. Stress away. Especially if I've been dealing with a lot of stress throughout the day and my body is not wanting to let go of it. Stress away. I will a lot of times mix stress away, bergamot, and cedarwood. Turn the diffuser on low for about 20 minutes before I go to bed, so the room is literally like saturated with those oils, and then I just go to bed. So those are my tips. There was 7 of them, if you were keeping notes, if I get the right fingers up. Routine. Put the device down and get it out of your room. Teas. Warm, calming teas. Magnesium. Calm powder magnesium. A cool room. Cool the room down completely. A weighted blanket. Properly fitted pillow. I guess there was 8. And a diffuser. Those are my tips, and we will talk to you later.